Hi butterflies, welcome to my garden. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And now let's get into the video. Hi my butterflies, welcome back to my channel. And for those who are new, it's your girl Calypso. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and just share this with whoever you think might be able to receive or appreciate what I'm saying. So yeah, do I do the happy song, the clapping song? Oh, screw it. I'm back again. I'm back again. I'm back again. Yes. I feel very regal and royal today. I feel like I just wanted to channel all the Nubian African queens. So I'm channeling a little Queen Amina, a little Makeba, the Queen of Sheba, and a little Nefertiti. So, hashtag Nubian Queen. I feel very royal and regal and dangerous, okay, in this red and neck piece. Yes, she is dangerous. Anyway, so I am going to do a little story time today, and it's a little serious, but I try to sprinkle, a little bit of humor into it, like, the famous Salt Bae. Sprinkle a little something, a little extra sauce. That's just my way of, dealing with heavy things sometimes. So this is basically a story time about an experience I had where I was involuntarily outed by some salty dude. All right, so yeah, this was in 2017, and I was in my first year of transitioning. So technically, I was a baby, still trying to maneuver my way through the world and still trying to find my footing as a woman, as a trans woman, as a trans woman of color. So I was still finding my footing, and I was single, and I dabbled in dating apps. So I matched with this dude on one of this said apps. And for me, there's nothing wrong with being, sexual and flirty. However, I like a little bit of intellect. I'm attracted to intellect, and I like a level of class as well. So there's nothing wrong with being sexual, but there has to be some level of class and intellect to it. Well, with me anyway, that's just what I'm attracted to. So I guess in that sense, you can say that I'm a demisexual. Apparently, it's a real thing. And I identify as one of those. I wouldn't be ashamed of it, so it is what it is. Anyway, so I matched with this person, and I found his approach very lecherous and vulgar and just lewd, and it just turned me off. So shortly after talking to him and getting a feel for his personality and vetting his vibe, I basically chopped up the deuces and gave him dust, and that was it. Click, dial tone, goodbye, blocked, on your merry way. Anyway, clearly he never forgot about it, and he was very salty about it. And I'll tell you why. Because, fast forward to a few months later, and one of my colleagues, or at the time, girlfriends, was having a birthday get together for herself. So she organized birthday drinks at the club, one of the clubs in Sydney, and she invited me and several of her friends. Now, for me, birthdays and weddings, these are two occasions that I always try to honor the invite. If I'm invited, I try to honor the invite. I'm not always able to make it, but those are two important situations that I take seriously. So she invited me. So after a hard days of work, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll show up, whatever. I rushed home, got dressed, got cleaned up, and then showed up to the club. And guess who the club bouncer is? This person who was rejected by me a few months earlier. And I didn't really know at first, because I'm just like, they're already in there, I'm late. I'm maybe about half an hour late at this point, so they're already in there. And I'm just trying to get to the other side of the velvet rope. So he's like, and this is a club, by the way, here in Sydney, in Piermont. I'm not going to name the name of the club because I don't know if that would be ethical for me to name the club, because this is just based on the actions of some stupid salty idiot. Anyway, so he spotted me trying to get to the other side of the velvet rope, and he was a bouncer. So he's like, well, Calypso, we meet again. And I looked at him and I'm thinking, oh, shit. I just felt it in my gut, like this dude is going to ruin my night. It was meant to be a lovely evening, and now this dude is going to ruin it. I just feel it. And when he spotted me, I knew it was going to go down from there. And he proceeded to out me because it is a popular club in Piermont, and there's a whole bunch of people waiting, and he just basically outed me to everyone there. He's like, yo, that's a man, that's a man, that's a man. Just so brazen about it. And I'm like, here we go. I mean, I kind of knew a day like this would come at some point, but I'm just like, here we go. So I just endured whatever, and I crossed the velvet rope and went into the club, and I met my friends, and I sat down with my friends and, you know, had a little fellowship with them. But somewhere throughout the course of the time that I was there, I'm looking around and I could see like a dozen eyes on me, people staring at me and, you know, basically sizing me up from head to toe. So I just felt very vulnerable and exposed, naked if you may. And I'm like, oh God, is he still out there like trying to out me to whoever? So I wondered. So it made me wonder, like, him outing me like that in a bit to embarrass and humiliate me, like, did he think he was doing some kind of community service by outing me? Or did he think he was doing some kind of PSA by outing me because I was somehow a threat to society? Oh, there's a trans girl in a straight club, and ooh, all you dudes beware, she's here to fool you all. Like, did he think he was doing some kind of PSA? Because he knew, and he was very interested. Like, very interested. He was very interested. I just didn't mesh with him because our personalities just didn't align. So I wasn't interested, and I thought he was very lecherous and vulgar. You know, excuse me, I didn't call him any names. Turned him down respectfully and kept him moving and kept it civilized. And he was being vindictive and petty for no reason. So I just endured whatever, like all the eyes were on me and you could see people staring at me, curiously staring at me. And I didn't tell my friend what was going on. I just, you know, it's not about me, it's her birthday, whatever, I'm here for her. So I think I lasted for about an hour, and then I just made up an excuse like, hey, I have to go. I'm meeting this guy for a late night dinner at so and so, and I have to go. But I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday and enjoy the rest of your night. You know, ciao, deuces. I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon. We'll catch up real soon. So I left, and there's a part of me that was scared because he could have potentially exposed me to danger, because this is how a lot of girls like me get assaulted. This is how a lot of girls get violated, and worse, this is how a lot of girls get murdered too, because you have some dude who is offended by our existence and feels the need to put us in a line of fire like that. Because, you know, I'm in a club that it's a straight club, so it's not necessarily a safe space for a trans girl. In a manner of speaking, it's not. And he is exposing me and outing me to all these people who don't know me. So you never know what, there's alcohol, people are drinking and getting lit. So someone could get triggered given the information that you've just volunteered to everyone. Someone could get triggered by it and then take it out on me. I was minding my business. Look, I don't go to clubs with the intention of picking up a man. I've never had that intention. I've never been the girl that went to the nightclub with the intent or with the hope of picking up somebody. I've never been that girl because, again, maybe this is a demisexual thing where I prefer to have some kind of intellectual conversation at some point for me to connect with you, and then maybe I can somehow picture you naked. I don't know. Call me crazy, but that's just how I'm wired, I guess. Anyway, so I left. I got into a taxi and I just scurried away. And it got me thinking about maybe I should be grateful because I was able to get away without anyone attacking me. So I basically got away unscathed despite how volatile the situation was and how he had potentially exposed me to danger like that. And whenever a girl gets harmed, whenever a girl like me gets harmed or attacked or violated, 8 out of 10 times is usually orchestrated. It's usually has to do with someone that she already knew. It's usually the case. Not all the time, but it's usually the case. It's usually someone who knew that she was transgender. It's somebody who has interacted with her or something. It's usually somebody who's familiar with her. So I just feel like I was lucky in that instance because there's not a lot of girls that have been able to get away from a situation like that unscathed. Like I dodged a bullet there. I haven't run into him or seen him since then, and hopefully I don't, because I mean, I'm a much stronger version. I was already strong then, but I'm a much stronger version of who I was. So it's going to take a lot more than that to break me. But it was just one of those eye-opening experiences in my transitional journey, if you may. And it just brings me to this statement by the famous Malcolm X.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
Yeah, Malcolm X famously said that. And no offense to Malcolm X, and I respect and I would never do anything to disrespect the history of civil rights leaders, and because yeah, they did the work and they paid the ultimate sacrifice for a lot of people like me who are black in America and other parts of the world too. So I'm just going to paraphrase what he said to make sense. He said the most disrespected person in America is the black woman. I'm going to add to that and paraphrase off of that. I feel like the most disrespected person, period, the most neglected person, the most unprotected person is a trans woman, specifically a trans woman of color. And I'll just leave it at that. Hopefully at some point the world changes, but that's just, yeah, that doesn't sound very hopeful. That sounds pretty bleak the way when you put it that way, but I think I've come to that conclusion. And you know what? I'm still going to forge ahead and not lose heart because, hey, woman of steel over here, I'll be fine. And whoever is watching this, just find your strength and stay out of danger zones and only try to frequent safe spaces. And that's the message that I can give today. So people are jerks. A lot of people out there are jerks, and try to vet them carefully. I was lucky, but try to vet men or anyone that you intend to interact with. Try to vet them and see what their vibe is like. That's my message of the video, and in that note, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So as usual, be kind to one another, spread love, and keep the peace, and more importantly, protect your energy. And I'll see you real soon. So until then, fly high, my butterflies. Mwah, 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 mwah.